Untangling this is not easy, but we're here. I have too many bags. I don't have too many bags. I like having this many bags, but they are completely unorganized and I've got to organize them. I think I've been wanting to do this more or less since I got back from Holland, which admittedly isn't that long ago, but when you're looking for bags and you cannot find them, it feels like a long time ago. I feel like very often what happens with me is there's something that I need and I just need one of, but then when I'm given the opportunity to get more of said item, I just take as much as I can because I'm like, I really needed this item at one point and now I don't want to run out. And case in point, especially tote bags. I feel like I never had any tote bags and I always wanted, and now I've got loads. I also feel like shopping bags, although maybe slightly less so, but again, it's one of those things that you just feel you can't get rid of because you might need them. And especially as someone who's moved a lot, you do need them. So I don't want to get rid of them. But another example, which is a silly one and unrelated to this, but just in the same vein, is travel cups. I really wanted a travel cup, and so eventually I bought one in a Greggs. And then during COVID, I left it in Australia, so I bought another one in Greggs because they're only £2 and you get a free hot drink with it. Like, that's worth it. Well, at least at the time. That may not be the case anymore. And then Wayne got one or two from past jobs. I got another one from the Tui River Cruise. I've recently got another one from a company that I love in Australia. They just gave it to me. It's a long story. I think that's it, but there may be more. And now I have too many. You know, you can't use 5 travel cups ever. You need one. That's it. Maybe 2 if you want to leave one at work or something, but that's it. That's all you need. Anyway, so I have a lot of bags. And again, I like to just document stuff and have it on camera. So we're just going to go through the main bags. I'm not going to go through all of it, and I'm going to organize it in a better way, because what I've discovered recently, I like to take my lunchbox or whatever I'm taking for lunch, my Tupperware, in a disposable plastic bag, just in case it leaks. And very often it does, because our Tupperware aren't very good. But when it leaks, you then can't reuse the bag. So then I throw it away. And that's happened a couple of times recently. And then I can't easily find a good bag, because basically this is not what I want to use for lunch, because this is a sturdier bag. This I want to use for shopping. Whereas something like this, maybe it's kind of in between. It could be a shopping bag, but it's also a bit thinner, so it could pass for like a lunch bag, if you will. And then for different occasions, I want tote bags, which again, I think for my birthday, I wanted to take a tote bag and I really struggled to find one. And like this bag is filled with bags. This bag is filled with bags. I think there's something, yeah, there's stuff in there. Like, let's go through each bag and make piles and go through it all. I should maybe have set you up on my bigger tripod, but we're just gonna find a way to make this work. I might sit you a bit further back and see how we do this. Yay! Okay, I've not done a lot, but I've put you a little bit further back and I've cleared the bags to the side. So we're just gonna make a few different piles. You may not be able to see everything, but I'll show you before I then put things away. And I'm gonna start just by opening this bag and seeing what's inside. So this is a backpack, obviously. And as you may be able to tell, it's a bit dirty and quite old. But before I had my Tui backpack, which I only got when I started working for Tui, I really needed a backpack. And this was my alternative, and I do love this one, but it doesn't close properly, which is great for Australia where it doesn't rain very much, but in the UK it does. And so you don't want to be carrying around a bag that can get wet very easily. And don't get me wrong, my Tui bag gets wet on the outside, but the inside stuff is definitely more protected. Whereas I feel like that may not be the case with this bag. That being said, it was quite a dry summer. We didn't have much rain in the summer. So I probably could take this bag, I could put this in my swap. I don't need to keep this now. Or I could take it when it's not raining and I just want a nicer bag. I've not used this bag, I think, since Australia, and it is a really nice bag. Anyway, let's go one at a time. So let's start with this one. So I think, once upon a time, this was clearly used to transport flocker from Australia, from Holland, but there are some flocker in there. And so I was probably going to keep this as a lunch bag, but actually this is going to be a throw bag, because I don't want to have anything near that. Not that flocker necessarily go off, but you know, just in case. These bags, I've got so many of these green bags. Well, maybe not that many, but quite a few. And it says Fresco Mio on it, and I feel like it either came from Spain or Portugal. This says Austria on it, but made in Italy. My goodness, who knows? So because I'm not so sure, I think I'm going to have a pile for definitely lunch bags, a pile for definitely shopping bags and sturdier shopping bags, and then a pile in between that I can use for either. And that's where this is going. There we go, pile 1, beautiful. Again, this bag looks like it has food in it. I also have no idea where it's come from. I don't know what it is, but I think we just throw. If it's got anything in it, and that's not very much, but anything, I don't want it. I don't want to see it. This is a Ziploc bag. They are always useful. They can go with my Ziploc bags. That's fine. I also, you probably haven't seen any like decluttering footage yet, but I've been working on using Vinted and stuff, and I've decided I've got some plastic bags in my like Ziploc bag cupboard that I want to use to like pack clothes in. So I don't know why I shared that, but I was just thinking of that. This is shopping bag, tote bag territory. But really it's more of a shopping bag, right? Sturdy shopping bag. We're gonna have like extreme sturdy, medium sturdy, somewhat sturdy, not sturdy. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be a lunch bag, but it looks like it's got a leaf in it. So I don't want that. I may just end up like throwing most of these, and that's fine. Okay, this one is a solid lunch bag. This feels like a shopping bag, but it's got things in it. These are obviously bags that I've just used to transport other food in the past, but we're not having that today. In fact, this is gonna be my bin bag for now. Maybe I'll keep the bin bag closer to me. The thing about this bag is that it's really just a food bag, but I can't see what's being carried in it, and it does look clean, but because I'm nervous about it and I wouldn't want to put food in it, it's going in the bin bag. More food. Ugh, why? Is this just every bag that's ever held food? Okay, this one's good. This is gonna take me longer than I thought. That's a sturdy but not like this bag. Bags and bags and bags. This is just crazy. Okay, shopping bag. But this is useful. This is really useful actually. Shopping bag. Is this shopping bag or is this... This is... It feels slightly thicker than that one, so it's gonna go there. I feel like a lot of these bags are just ones that I've stolen from the airports, but that is still useful. Ugh, there's something like chocolatey or something in there. Ugh. That's got food, and I can see this is, Okay, I think this is the final bag in the bag. But the bag itself, even though it's old and a bit gross and whatever, I think it's still solid enough, and it's got this huge stain on the bottom. Gross. But like, it's fine. I wonder if you can wash bags. It looks like it says hand wash. So I'm just gonna leave it, and we'll see what we do with this. I'm gonna put this behind me for now, because that's gonna be another category, like actual bags rather than bags. This, I don't know why I've kept all these years, but may come in really useful for Vinted. So I'm gonna put that with my Vinted stuff. Okay, loads of bags. I found a receipt that says 12 October 2022, and it's from Holland, but there is no way I was in Holland in October 2022. That's when I was working in Greece. That doesn't make sense. Oh, do you know what? These might just be receipts from this bag, which I must have got from my grandmother. And this bag has some icky on it, and it's a very awkward shape as well. I wasn't even sure what I was going to do with it, but because it's got something icky, we're just going to throw it. I'm being a bit ruthless, but I have so many bags to get through, so we're gonna deal with it. Again, like a lot of these could be really good for Vinted. That's maybe a bit too small, but we could use it. I'm gonna put it with those. Another Ziploc bag. This bag has a label on it that says Parva Lemon Cake, 10 to 12 people, March 2016. That's mental. But it's got a massive hole in it, so, yeah. Ooh, this is a good find. That's a very good find. It's from Shein. What have I ever bought off Shein? I don't know, but it's gonna go with my Vinted stuff, I think. I mean, it smells absolutely fine, so that's gonna go with Ziploc bags, and I think this one will as well. Yeah, excellent. Okay, we've done one bag. How long has that taken me? 10 minutes, excellent. That's good fun. We'll go with this one next, because I don't actually think there's that much in here. Just one bag. And again, that feels like an in-between. No, maybe just food. And then this I use very regularly, but I'm gonna leave it with my backpack and figure that out later. Let's go with this one now. Ah, this is the tote bag I was looking for. Well, that is worth something, so that's gonna be a new pile of tote bags. This is... The thing about this one is it's clearly a shopping bag, but I can see that the bottom, like the plastic has been pulled quite thin, so I'm not sure how much give or how much life it has in it. Although these are for life, aren't they? So you can swap them. New one for free. Yeah, so we'll put it there. And if something happens to it, we replace it. I did not, like, I know I had a lot of bags, but I did not know I had this many. That's also a good shopping bag. And I have a lot of these grey ones, and I have no idea where they're from either. This one, well, the other grey one went there, so that's where it's going. This is a massive bag, but it's not very thick, so it goes with the lunch bags. Okay, oh, no, that's my rubbish bag. Oh, great, okay, another one done. And this one has just this, which is excellent, because that can just go with the pile we've already created. This bag, this is like a food bag, and I did actually use this to transport food from Holland to here a couple of years ago. I suppose it can go with that. Right, what's going on in the Sports Direct bag? And where did I even get a Sports Direct bag from? And I don't know if you can see, I've just noticed there's a big hole in this, so we can get rid of the Sports Direct bag. That's good. Hey, my winter run tote. That's really nice. This is a really good size. I like this tote bag size. I like having something a little bit smaller. Shopping bag. And for a woman who doesn't shop very much, I have a lot of shopping bags. Look at this! More green bags. What's this about? This is crazy. This is gonna be a lunch bag. I'm so happy to find so many lunch bags. This is good. And the thing I want you all to know about these like lunch bags is that I would never ever buy these. Of course not. I believe in the planet. But very often, well, I mean, first of all, you can see I've kept these for years, but also often I'll be coming from my grandmother's and I'll have food to take home with me. And then bags like these are very, very useful, and she's got them. She just has them from her shopping or whatever. And then you may as well give them more life, right? But I absolutely do not encourage buying plastic bags. That is not necessary. Go for tote bags or like lifelong bags, but don't go for, I'm showing you things, but you can't see anything over this orange. But do not buy plastic bags. I don't even know if you still can. Well, clearly you can. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, and this one goes in the bin. Excellent. Final bag. Actually, this has not taken as long as I wanted it to. Why is this making noise? Oh, maybe I imagined it. Right. I didn't actually realise I had another one of these. Again, I spoke about that in my decluttering video, which hasn't come out yet. Will I ever use this is the question. This, I'm gonna put in my decluttering pile, I think. Although it's very nice. I think the biggest question is, would it hold my camera, as well as my phone and my money? I'm gonna just leave this here. This looks like a solid shopping bag, and it is. Very glad there's no food in that one. And I've got all these little ones. Like, where did I get little ones from? I don't shop at Lidl. I wish I had a local Lidl. That one's, this is hard. I'm gonna keep it, although it does have like tiny little holes in it, but I wonder if these are also like bags for life that you can replace. We will see. This bag I got in Melbourne, Australia, and it's a very useful bag. I'm not going to unzip it now because I'm really bad at putting it back together. And I'm trying to decide if it goes with tote bags or with like sturdy food bags. I think it's closer to tote bags though. It can be used for food, but I'm going to put it as a tote bag. This is another one that's sort of in between, I think. More Ziploc bags, because why not? I mean, like, again, these could be useful for vintage, so that's good to know. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about this. I haven't seen this in a while. Again, I'll put this with my other one that I'm unsure of. This one, I'm not going to open and show you because it's something personal. But I kind of feel like it needs to go with my sentimental stuff rather than with my bags. But my sentimental stuff is now packed away until who knows when. I'm gonna make another pile and figure it out later. Is this healthy? Is this the right way to do it? This bag is also very clever, and unlike anything else I've got here. I'm gonna put it with my backpacks. It's like a lighter backpack. We have options. I think I need to remember that I have options and I don't just need to use the 2E1. I always forget because I've got that 2E1 and then I've got my Lapland 2E1, which is like slightly bigger and a slightly different shape. But actually, I can use other bags too, especially when it's not winter. Oh, and another one of those kind of backpack things. This is the one I got just before I moved here, and I got a bunch of toiletries with it, some of which I still use. And again, like, these can be used for shopping, absolutely, but they can also be used on a day when I don't want to carry such a big, heavy backpack and just something a bit lighter. Maybe just some snacks. More Ziploc bags. I have so many Ziploc bags, this is crazy. This bag, I think it's the last one I have of these. I had so many of these for so long because they came from my place of work in Ireland. And I think this is the last one. And it can be a lunch bag. This is another great thing. Oh my gosh, I should have used this. I just sent off something. This would have been perfect. Oh well. And then this bag, I'll put it with the shopping bags, I think. And then that's it. Awesome. Okay, good start. Now we need to figure out how we store things. This one really wants to be open, so I think I'm going to put the other bags like this in this bag because I don't want to use too many bags to keep things. So I'm gonna put all the like heavy duty shopping bags in here. Beautiful, right? Amazing. Okay. Oh, my legs hurt. I feel like I want to keep all these Ziploc bags somewhere better than under the sink, because if I'm going to use them for, you know, the vintage stuff. Let's deal with this first, shall we? Just put all the bags, hupzakke, as they would say in Holland, and then I'll just put this as is. Because this is my in-between anyway, so I'm going to put that with the rest of the shopping bags. And then we can put all the lunch bags in one bag. And theoretically, that should be easy to find. And in fact, maybe I can just pop it in that bag too. Awesome. Okay. Oh, I really need to stretch my legs. Sorry if this is a funny angle. Now, my brain is telling me just to put all of these in one of these. And I don't really see any reason why I shouldn't do that. Except, I think I'm thinking of putting some of these in one of these. But maybe I'll just put everything in one of these. Okay. So this tote bag currently has just the tote bags, but then we're going to add all of these and all the vintage things. I've just put them back there, but I think I'm going to put them all in here. Okay, now maybe I'll put these in there as well, just while we can. Now the problem is all the rest of the bags. I'm trying to like visualize how many bags I can put into other bags. Can we do it? But I don't want to forget about this bag, but I will. Okay, I think we're just going to do this. And just accept the fact that this will often come out so that I can use this bag, because I do use this bag a lot. Is it the most neat? No. Is it the most perfect? No, but I feel like it's all a lot more organised and it's not taking up as much space or as much room under the bed. And what I've somewhat intentionally done, except with this one, the bag that I've used for the outside of this one is the bag I would use the least out of all the tote bags. And same with this one. So I'm not going to miss those, because that's what often happens, and that's how it got so messy. I would use a bag that I really liked and put other bags inside, and then you'd have to take all the other ones out and use the bag, and then you just end up with bags everywhere. I wish I had filmed a before of under my bed, because it's going to look so much neater now, and an after would be lovely, but it's not worth doing. So I'm going to leave this here, pop these back under my bed, and throw this in the bin. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not sure if it was much use to anyone or, you know, anything, but sometimes I find watching videos like this inspires me to do my own like cleaning or tidying or decluttering or whatever. So hopefully I could just be your companion or your motivator. Let me know if you also collect bags or if you just are a one and done kind of person. And I will see you all in another video quite soon, I'm sure. Bye!